What if I told you that people who live past 90 all share one specific morning routine that takes less than 30 minutes? In the next 15 minutes, I'll reveal the 6 scientifically proven morning habits that 2,500 people over 90 practice daily. Habits so simple you can start tomorrow and add years to your life. Habit number 4 happens in complete darkness and takes just 60 seconds, but it's the one thing that separates those who live to 100 from those who don't make it past 75. Researchers at Stanford followed 2,500 people over age 90 for 15 years to discover what they all had in common. While their diets, backgrounds, and lifestyles varied dramatically, every single person who lived past 95 shared identical morning routines that started before 6 a.m. The most shocking discovery was that these habits had nothing to do with expensive supplements or complex exercise routines. Habit 1. They drink 16 ounces of water within 5 minutes of waking. The first thing centenarians do is rehydrate their bodies after 8 hours of dehydration, and this simple act triggers a cascade of life-extending benefits throughout their entire system. Harvard Medical School research on cellular hydration and aging shows that your body loses approximately 16 ounces of water during sleep through breathing, sweating, and natural metabolic processes. When you wake up dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, your heart works harder to pump it, and your brain function operates at reduced capacity. The cellular repair processes that happen during sleep require adequate hydration to complete their work. And without immediate rehydration, these crucial recovery mechanisms slow down significantly. For seniors, this morning dehydration is particularly dangerous because kidney function naturally declines with age, making it harder for your body to maintain proper fluid balance throughout the day. Most people reach for coffee first thing in the morning, which actually worsens dehydration because caffeine is a diuretic that forces your kidneys to expel even more water from your already depleted system. The Mayo Clinic has documented that chronic mild dehydration, which affects nearly 75% of Americans 65, contributes to kidney stones, urinary tract infections, constipation, and cognitive decline. When your brain doesn't have adequate water, it literally shrinks, reducing your ability to think clearly, remember information, and make good decisions throughout the day. This morning, dehydration also triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which can elevate your blood pressure and put unnecessary strain on your cardiovascular system during the vulnerable morning hours when most heart attacks occur. The centenarians in the Stanford study all kept a large glass or bottle of water next to their bed and consumed it completely within 5 minutes of opening their eyes. This immediate rehydration kickstarts your metabolism, helps regulate your body temperature, lubricates your joints, and provides the fluid your circulatory system needs to deliver oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. Water also helps flush out the metabolic waste products that accumulate in your system overnight, giving your liver and kidneys the support they need to detoxify your body efficiently. For seniors, adequate morning hydration is especially crucial because it helps prevent the dizziness and falls that can occur when blood pressure drops due to dehydration. Glenda from Phoenix discovered this when she started drinking a full glass of water before getting out of bed at age 89. Within 2 weeks, her morning headaches disappeared, her energy levels improved dramatically, and her doctor noted better kidney function on her routine blood work. Keep a large glass of water or water bottle on your nightstand tonight and drink it completely before your feet hit the floor tomorrow morning. Start this habit tomorrow morning and feel the difference immediately. Habit 2. They get 10 minutes of direct sunlight. Every person over 90 exposes themselves to morning sunlight before most people wake up, and this natural light exposure sets their biological clock for optimal health and longevity. Mayo Clinic studies on circadian rhythms and longevity demonstrate that morning sunlight exposure within the first hour of waking synchronizes your internal body clock, regulates hormone production, and improves sleep quality for the following night. Natural sunlight contains specific wavelengths of blue light that signal your brain to stop producing melatonin and start producing cortisol in healthy amounts, giving you natural energy that lasts throughout the day without the crashes associated with caffeine or sugar. The morning sun also triggers your skin to produce vitamin D, which is essential for bone health, immune function, and cardiovascular protection, particularly important for seniors whose vitamin D production naturally decreases with age. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that people who get morning sunlight exposure have more stable mood, better appetite regulation, and improved cognitive function compared to those who spend their mornings indoors under artificial lighting. The specific angle of morning sunlight, when the sun is lower on the horizon, provides the optimal spectrum of light wavelengths without the harmful UV radiation that occurs during midday hours. This gentle morning light exposure also helps regulate your body's production of serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of well-being and happiness, which naturally declines with age and contributes to depression in many seniors. The Stanford centenarians consistently reported better mood, more stable energy levels, and fewer sleep problems compared to their peers who avoided morning sunlight. Morning sunlight exposure also plays a crucial role in regulating your appetite and metabolism throughout the day. When your circadian rhythm is properly synchronized by natural light, your body produces digestive hormones at the right times, helps you feel hungry for meals and satisfied after eating, and maintains stable blood sugar levels. Without this natural light cue, your hormonal system becomes confused, leading to irregular appetite, poor digestion, and increased cravings for processed foods, high in sugar and refined carbohydrates. For seniors whose hormonal systems are already changing due to aging, this morning light exposure becomes even more critical for maintaining metabolic health and preventing age-related weight gain. The solution is remarkably simple and completely free. Step outside for 10 minutes within the first hour of waking, or if mobility is limited, sit by a large window where direct sunlight can reach your face and arms. You don't need to stare at the sun or expose large amounts of skin. Just being in natural light for this brief period triggers all the beneficial responses your body needs. If weather prevents you from going outside, even sitting next to a bright window provides significant benefits, though direct outdoor exposure is more effective. Vincent from Colorado started stepping onto his porch for 10 minutes each morning at age 91, and within a month his sleep improved so dramatically that he stopped needing afternoon naps. His family noticed his mood became more positive and his appetite more regular throughout the day. Don't waste another sunrise staying indoors when this simple habit can improve every aspect of your health starting tomorrow. Habit 3. They move their body for exactly 5 minutes. These super-agers don't do intense workouts or complicated exercise routines. They do gentle movement that takes less time than brushing your teeth but activates their entire circulatory system. Johns Hopkins research on morning movement and circulation shows that even 5 minutes of gentle activity upon waking increases blood flow throughout your body, delivers oxygen to your brain, and prevents the blood pooling that occurs after lying horizontal for 8 hours. This brief morning movement doesn't need to be strenuous or complicated. Simple arm circles, gentle stretching, or walking around your home is sufficient to activate your cardiovascular system and prevent the stiffness and joint problems that plague many seniors. The key is consistency rather than intensity, and the centenarians in the study all moved their bodies within 15 minutes of getting out of bed every single day, without exception. Morning movement is particularly crucial for seniors because prolonged inactivity causes your blood to pool in your lower extremities, reduces circulation to your brain and vital organs, and increases your risk of blood clots and cardiovascular events. The American Heart Association has published extensive research showing that the transition from sleep to wakefulness is the most dangerous time of day for heart attack strokes, particularly in people over 65. Gentle morning movement helps your cardiovascular system make this transition safely by gradually increasing your heart rate and blood pressure, rather than allowing the sudden spikes that can occur when sedentary people suddenly become active. This brief movement also lubricates your joints with synovial fluid, reducing stiffness and preventing the falls that are so dangerous for seniors. The movement doesn't need to be formal exercise or require any special equipment or clothing. Simple activities like reaching your arms overhead, rotating your shoulders, bending gently from side to side, or walking from room to room in your home provide all the circulatory benefits your body needs to start the day safely. Many of the centenarians in the study performed their movement routine while still in their pajamas, making it as convenient and accessible as possible. The goal is to get your blood flowing and your joints moving before you begin your regular daily activities, not to achieve any particular fitness goal or burn calories. Research from Harvard Medical School demonstrates that people who do brief morning movement have better balance, fewer falls, less joint stiffness, and improved cognitive function throughout the day compared to those who remain sedentary until later in the morning. This gentle activity also helps regulate your appetite hormones, making you feel appropriately hungry for breakfast and satisfied after eating, rather than experiencing the appetite irregularities that contribute to overeating and weight gain in many seniors. The movement also triggers the release of endorphins, natural mood-boosting chemicals that help you start the day with a positive outlook and better stress resilience. Lady from Michigan started with just stretching her arms overhead and rotating her shoulders each morning at age 88. Within 6 months, her balance improved so much that she no longer needed to hold onto furniture when walking around her house, and she progressed to taking daily walks around her at age 94. 5 minutes can change everything about how she feels and functions throughout the day, so start this simple routine tomorrow morning. Habit 4. They practice 60 seconds of deep breathing in darkness. This 60-second habit in complete darkness is what separates centenarians from everyone else, and it costs nothing while providing benefits that expensive medications can't match. American Heart Association findings on morning breathing exercises show that controlled deep breathing immediately upon waking, before turning on any lights or beginning daily activities, significantly lowers cortisol levels and stabilizes blood pressure during the vulnerable morning hours. The darkness is crucial because light exposure immediately signals your brain to become alert and start producing stress hormones. But practicing deep breathing in darkness allows you to ease into wakefulness while maintaining the calm, restorative state that promotes longevity. This simple practice activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which controls your body's rest and repair functions, giving you a few extra minutes of healing time before facing the day's stresses. High morning cortisol levels are particularly dangerous for seniors because they increase inflammation throughout your body, raise blood pressure, impair immune function, and contribute to the development of chronic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and dementia. The Mayo Clinic has documented that people who wake up with elevated stress hormones have a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular events during the morning hours, when most heart attacks and strokes occur. Deep breathing in darkness helps prevent these dangerous cortisol spikes by signaling your nervous system to maintain a calm, balanced state during the transition from sleep to wakefulness. This practice also increases oxygen delivery to your brain, improving mental clarity and decision-making ability throughout the day. The technique is incredibly simple, but must be performed in complete darkness to be effective. Before turning on any lights, opening curtains, or checking your phone, take 10 slow, deep breaths through your nose, filling your lungs completely and exhaling slowly through your mouth. Focus only on the sensation of breathing and allow your body to remain in the calm, peaceful state of early morning. This isn't meditation or a complex breathing technique. It's simply giving your nervous system time to transition gradually from sleep to wakefulness without the shock of immediate light exposure and mental stimulation. Research from Stanford University shows that people who practice morning breathing exercises have lower resting heart rates, better blood pressure control, improved sleep quality, and reduced anxiety levels compared to those who immediately expose themselves to light stimulation upon. This practice also helps regulate your circadian rhythm by allowing your body to naturally reduce melatonin production rather than shutting it off abruptly with bright light exposure. For seniors, who often struggle with sleep disturbances and anxiety, this gentle transition into wakefulness can significantly improve overall health and quality of life. Walter from Ohio was skeptical about this simple practice until his doctor showed him how his morning blood pressure readings had dropped 20 points after just 1 month of deep breathing in darkness. Walter now credits this 60-second routine with helping him feel calmer and more focused throughout the day at age 93. Master this simple technique tonight by keeping your room dark when you first wake up and feel the immediate difference in how peacefully your day begins. Habit 5. They eat something within 30 minutes of waking. Every person over 90 fuels their body early in the morning, but what they eat might surprise you because it's not about complicated breakfast recipes or expensive superfoods. Harvard aging research on breakfast timing and metabolism demonstrates that eating within 30 minutes of waking kickstarts your metabolic processes, stabilizes blood sugar levels, and prevents the afternoon energy crashes that plague many seniors who skip or delay breakfast. The timing is more important than the specific food choice. Your body needs fuel to transition from the fasting state of sleep to the active state of daytime, and this early feeding signals your metabolism to begin burning calories efficiently throughout the day. For seniors, whose metabolic rate naturally slows with age, this early morning fuel is crucial for maintaining energy levels and preventing the muscle wasting that contributes to frailty and falls. Skipping breakfast or delaying eating until later in the morning forces your body to continue breaking down muscle tissue for energy, a process that accelerates sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass that affects nearly 30% of people over 70. The American Diabetes Association has published research showing that people who eat breakfast within 30 minutes of waking have better insulin sensitivity, more stable blood sugar levels throughout the day, and lower rates of type 2 diabetes compared to those who fast until lunch or eat their first meal later in the morning. This early eating also helps regulate appetite hormones like ghrelin and leptin, making you feel appropriately hungry for meals and satisfied after eating, rather than experiencing the intense cravings for high-calorie foods that often occur when breakfast is skipped. The centenarians in the Stanford study didn't eat elaborate breakfasts or follow complicated dietary rules. They simply consumed something nutritious within 30 minutes of getting out of bed. Common choices included a piece of fresh fruit, a small serving of plain yogurt, a handful of nuts, or a single slice of whole grain toast. The key was consistency and timing rather than quantity or complexity. Many reported that this early eating helped them make better food choices throughout the day because they weren't desperately hungry by lunchtime, which often leads to overeating or choosing processed convenience foods. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that people who eat breakfast early have more stable energy levels, better cognitive function, and improved mood throughout the day compared to those who delay eating or skip breakfast entirely. This early fuel is particularly important for brain function in seniors, as the brain requires a steady supply of glucose to maintain memory, attention, and decision-making abilities. Without adequate morning fuel, cognitive function declines throughout the day, contributing to the mental fatigue and confusion that many seniors experience, particularly in the afternoon hours. Louise from Texas struggled with afternoon energy crashes and intense sugar cravings until she started eating a simple apple with a small handful of almonds within 30 minutes of waking at age 92. Within 2 weeks, her energy became steady throughout the day. Her cravings disappeared, and she found herself naturally choosing healthier foods for lunch and dinner. Feed your body early tomorrow morning with something simple and nutritious, and experience the steady energy that lasts all day. Habit 6. They set a daily intention before 6 a.m. The longest living people don't just live longer, they live with purpose every single day, and this sense of purpose begins before most people are even awake. Stanford research on purpose and longevity shows that people who wake up with a clear intention for their day have lower levels of stress hormones, better immune function, and significantly longer lifespans compared to those who approach each day without direction or meaning. This daily intention doesn't need to be grand or life-changing. It simply needs to give you a reason to get out of bed and engage with the world around you. The centenarians in the study all identified one meaningful thing they wanted to accomplish each day. Whether it was calling a family member, tending to plants, reading a chapter of a book, or helping a neighbor with a simple task. Having a daily purpose activates regions of your brain associated with motivation, planning, and reward, keeping your cognitive function sharp and your mental health stable. The Mayo Clinic has documented that people who wake up with purpose have lower rates of depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline compared to those who feel their days lack meaning or direction. This sense of purpose also triggers the release of beneficial hormones like serotonin and dopamine, which improve mood, enhance immune function, and promote the cellular repair processes that slow aging. For seniors who may be dealing with retirement, health challenges, or the loss of long-time roles and relationships, having a daily intention becomes even more crucial for maintaining mental and physical health. The practice of setting a daily intention before 6 a.m. allows you to approach your day proactively rather than reactively, giving you a sense of control and accomplishment that contributes to overall life satisfaction. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that people who start their day with clear intentions make better decisions throughout the day, experience less stress when facing unexpected challenges, and maintain better relationships with family and friends. This morning, intention setting also helps combat the feelings of uselessness or irrelevance that can affect seniors, providing a daily reminder that your life has value and meaning regardless of your age or circumstances. The intention doesn't need to be complicated or time-consuming, it simply needs to be meaningful to you. Examples from the centenarians in the study included intentions like, I will water my plants and notice how they've grown. I will call my granddaughter and ask about her school project. I will read one chapter of my book and think about what the author is trying to say. Or I will organize one drawer in my kitchen and feel good about creating order. The key is choosing something that connects you to life, whether through relationships, learning, creativity, service to others, or personal growth. Edwin from Maine credits his daily morning intention with keeping him motivated and mentally sharp at age 98. Each morning before 6 a.m., Edwin decides on one thing he wants to learn, create, or accomplish that day, and this simple practice has given him a sense of purpose that keeps him engaged with life, despite losing many of his longtime friends and facing various health challenges. Choose your daily purpose before the sun rises tomorrow morning and discover how this simple practice can transform not just your day, but your entire approach to aging. These 6 simple morning habits take less than 30 minutes total, but can add decades to your life by supporting every system in your body from the moment you wake up. The people who live past 90 aren't special or genetically gifted. They just start each day differently by hydrating their bodies, exposing themselves to natural light, moving gently, breathing deeply, eating early, and setting a clear intention for meaningful engagement with life. You have the power to transform your health and longevity starting with tomorrow morning, because these habits cost nothing, require no special equipment, and work regardless of your current age or health status. Which of these 6 habits are you going to start tomorrow morning? Share your commitment in the comments, because your accountability might inspire another senior to start their longevity journey. And if you know someone over 60 who could benefit from these life-extending morning habits, share this video with them right now and subscribe for more science-backed longevity secrets that can help you live healthier and longer.